Hello and welcome to Caravan Salon 2021 range from German manufacturer Forster Alcove 699 VB living up, cost €51,500, 7 meters long, 235 wide, height of 320. At its highest point, it has got double bunk beds at the back. It has got a side kitchen. It's got two lots of tables, so you can have an exclusive end. Sorry, the exclusive end will be here, and the end for the non-exclusive people can be here. And it's got two beds up there as well. So for those people who want a 6-person van, here you've got one. But when I get back outside again, I'm going to have a look at the instruction panel. I know some people outside wanting to have a look, so I'm going to be very quick. You'll have to stop the film if you want to see it in more detail. And you know, as you walk around, sometimes it's a bit difficult not to sort of correct what people say when they're standing outside. Yeah, I'll just show you in the toilet quickly, and then we'll clear off. Alright, so that's 1.5 minutes in this van. I've done a bit longer. Maybe I'll come back and do it in more detail later. Right, so instead of having the bed, you have the bed up like that, and that'll give you more room in the garage. Now, the thing here, let's come on to this, which is showing you. And the important bit, right, you're going to put you put it on 3.5 to 4.4 tons. And what we don't have here though is the empty weight. So I mean, if you're going to put 6 people in something like that, then yeah, I think you might want on a 4.4 ton basis. So people above all, I've noticed from India, seem to want to have motorhomes that can stack people inside. Okay, I'll take you around the Forster stand. We'll see some more. There's another 7-meter over cab. This one here though, slightly different. Got the kitchen in the middle. This one's longer. This thing here comes at a cost of 55,000 and length is 741. It's called a 741, but what they've done with the extra length, they put 2 daft seats here at the back. I mean, what's the point of that? So you've got this sort of, it's sort of the exclusive and non-exclusive ends again. But other than that, it's somewhat similar to the one we just saw. I mean, I'll just stick the things through. As there's somebody in here now, under normal circumstances I'd have just walked in, but in Corona times I don't. Okay, there we just quick look at that. Oh, I could even walk in. I'll walk in now. You can sort of shut it off from the back or from the front. Big wardrobes. Sorry, and you can shut your close the door there. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can do. I think there's only 4 person in that actually, not 6. I can't see we make a bed out of that. Or you can put the table down, you might be able to. Right, next one. .699 EB. EB means Einzelbetten. That means single, 2 singles, probably joinable at the back. Bitte. And I want to see that in a different film. It's 7 meters in length and sleeps, I believe, 4. or you might be able to push some more over in the front. But again, let's have a look at the price. 49,000, and you put it up to 4.4 tons. Okay, we've got some, also comes in here with a queen bed in an integrated van. Now it's sort of defeating the object a bit, I think, of having a cheap brand and sort of expensive type integrated. Okay, maybe the queen bed isn't so expensive, but if you've got something which is meant to be cheap and it becomes expensive, you've got to question what the point of the brand is in having a cheap one. Anyway, I'm sure Trigano has thought this one out. Forster is a brand they created. It isn't something many of these other companies they acquired, such as Adria. But this one, or EuraMobil, I think that was acquired. Right, here we have this thing here, living up HVB. Double bed at the back widthwise, and one in the front. 4-person van. No, actually, no, you can get 6 people in this. Nearly 50 grand again. Low profile. With a widthwise bed at the cost of 53,000. But this bed is in the comes down. Pretty good, eh? Unfortunately, I don't have the key, so I can't show you that. Somebody recognised me outside. There you go. Right, so that thing there is what? 640. Oh, shilling. Centimeters. 649 SP. SB. Now SB you might think it means single bed. Actually it means side bed, because the site in German. And the EB means single beds. There you go, there's one. 659, so presumably 659 centimeters in length. Although I've got a feeling it isn't. There you go. 50 grand, width is 659. Sorry. You know, 5-year guarantee. You're supposed to wear gloves inside. Didn't see anybody doing so. Single bed up there. 2 singles at the back. And to be quite honest, it's no longer looking like a cheap brand, this. Oh look, I've got the mask. Shilling. 599, so under 6 meters, with a bed, a widthwise bed at the back. Am I getting in this one? Well, we'll give it a quick go. Just stick the thing through the door if they want to get in. There you go, widthwise bed. You'll need a ladder to get into it. Bed here. if there weren't all these people around, I'd show you how it works. I don't really want to start showing how the bed works when other people could start messing around with it. So it's a 7-meter version here, which is somewhat similar to the one we just saw. But they have an extra meter to play with. And if I can get there fast enough, no I can't. So you're looking here at a cost of 53.5. I'm afraid this doesn't look cheap at all. This looks quite elegant. And if we take the other brands such as EuraMobil or something like this in their range, we'll be looking at around 30,000 or 30,000 more. This one here, 7-meter van, but with a German layout, single joinable beds. At a cost of 53,500. There you go, 60,000, semi-integrated German bed, 7.5 meters or 741 centimeters in length. This lady's got a good mask. Oh, it's a pretty big stand, this one. There, once more, German layout at a price of 55,000. Overcab model. Well, bunk here, and we'll have another bunk above in the garage. So if you're angry at somebody, you can get them to sleep in the garage. $54,000. And that more or less brings me back to my starting point on this tour around the Forster stand. And whilst I'm here, I'm going to take you around a little walk around what else you can see here at Caravan Salon. Now obviously it's going to be over by the time I finish this video, but you know, you might think about coming sometime in the future. So Adria, and point this thing here, Adria Matrix. This is the only vehicle here with a new system developed by Thetford called the Indus Smart Sanitation System, which actually I've got this thing on my website, but if you can see, it links the wastewater, well, I can't speak quickly now, the wastewater. You can see here how much clean water, grey water and black water you've got. The grey water gets recycled and into where the black water is. You've got an app that shows where you can dump the thing. You get, instead of a cassette, you get a hose, and the hose you connect to a suitable drain, and you've got these 3 cassettes here which have the appropriate cleaning fluid, shower water, wastewater goes into there, goes into the grey water, as you can see here. Fluid, toilet, and the toilet water goes into the black water, and then using this hose that goes into the drain, and the grey water goes into the black to sort of flush out the black one as well. So that's the idea behind it. It's meant to save water, but the thing is, you can't be retro done. It has to be built into the van from the beginning. Here you've got your hose, and instead of having, we used to have a cassette, or well, most of us have a cassette, and there you've got the 3 grey flush and black water cartridges. So I mean, it's more expensive. Not only is it more expensive to install, it's more expensive to run. Maybe they claim, Thetford says that it will expand the range of users. My opinion is, well, it might a tiny bit, because if you're sort of recycling the grey and the black water, but only a tiny bit, not a big bit. I've got to put this stuff on. There. So every time I see these, that I actually use it. So I open things only with my left hand. This hole I should say, here is for the Trigano group, which I think is the largest European group. Now, since Thor's link up with Hymer, then now that is now the biggest in the world. But I think, so I put Hymer, I think, in second position in Europe. Trigano, a name you don't know because they don't make, it's no Trigano van as such. So so it's a financial concern, if you like. That they have a strange management structure. For Adria isn't part of the management structure other than the financial sense. It's got independent management, it doesn't share parts, but other companies such as Benimar and Roller Team, the vans are the same as Chausson and Challenger. They're exactly the same. The decals are a bit different, the furniture is different, yes, but that's it. It's, you know, they're using this equipment comes from the same company. In fact, most of them, you just saw there, Thetford, for example, the toilets are like Thetford or Dometic, and you know, tables and things come from the same companies in Italy mainly. They'll manufacture them. The lightweight boards which are inside the vans coming from the same companies in Germany and in Italy which manufacture them. The beds are largely from Italy, so it's a bit like Lego, if you like, building a van, but they're using the same pieces as everybody else has. But suppose you've got different coloured bricks, and these bricks are all coming out in a different way. So you saw some of the cheaper brands there from Trigano. Let's now, well, Adria depends. I mean, got 2 brands, one of which is Sun Living and the other one is Adria. But let's have a look more the more expensive range. This EuraMobil, which I mentioned doing the earlier video, and for these vans, which are built in a rather similar way to Forster, they look the same, but as I always say, is what I show is the cosmetics, and I'm not showing what's under. And I can make a slight, you know, went into a 6-meter van earlier from Forster. Look at this one here, same length, similar structure. It's going to cost 10,000 euros more. So where's the difference? Well, here, for example, this, it's got a double floor. So that alone is you know, a major difference. But okay, it's the same. Here's the same toilets from Thetford. These units here are from, I don't know, Italian companies. Very, very similar. This rear, so I think it's quite nice, something like this. Is a 4-person van, but I'm sort of coming over the idea of overcab because the extra space it gives. I think the rear bench is a bit pointless, but that's needed to. Well, in this case, you could make another bed there. So, and as far as the double floor is concerned, I'll show it in this one here. There you go. So it's got, this has been completely raised up. You've got the heating, you've got the storage, you've got your technical stuff, you've got your water, your fresh water and your grey water. You got the pump is there. Everything is sort of moved into the underfloor area. And these are at the cheap end of the EuraMobil range as such. Yeah, because this looks a bit like Forster. Activo 1 650 BB, 63,370. So well over 10,000 more than the equivalent in Forster. Double floor, it's raised. So that's what the extra money's being used for. Double floor, do you need it? Well, it depends where you're going to park, really. And if you're thinking of living in Poland in winter, as I do, then you'd be glad of a double floor. If you're going to go to Italy, or Sicily, then I don't suppose it makes much difference. You can see though the construction is totally different, really. I think to that of Forster once you sort of get into the details. So here, you know, you can actually rentals. I'm always saying don't buy, you rent. Okay, think you're buying something, rent it. You mightn't like it, so rent it first. If you rent it, then you find out you don't like it, so you've lost. Well, you were probably going to go away anyway, so you've a bit of cash you've lost. But if you buy something and find you don't like it, then that's too late. Right, Challenger is sort of the mid-range in Trigano. So the lower end, got like Roller Team, maybe Forster maybe is at the lower end, and then sort of Roller Team Benimar. Then you've got these two, or Challenger and Chausson's in a different area, and at the very top end we've got EuraMobil over here, and Mobilvetta design.
Dear guests, in the interest of safety, we would like to remind you of the hygiene and distance rules that are valid for the exhibition center. Please wear your mask and keep a safe distance of 1.50 meters. Wash and disinfect your hands and any contact surfaces regularly. Thank you for your assistance in keeping everyone safe.
So this is at the approaching the top end. We're not quite at the top end yet from this group. New vans they've just brought out. Mercedes bases, this Contura, looking at around 100,000 euros for something like that. But for those who are cash positive, then can see videos of these ones, Integra 760, but the real top end is this one here, this Integra 890. Got two models here, one with German layout double beds, single bed, joinable single beds, and this 890 here with a queen bed. So this one here is the flashiest one that they do, or that they have brought here. Have a look at the film video I did on that one. So sort of roller team here on the left, which, as I mentioned, very similar to Benimar, which is a bit further over there. And this Contura, a very, very nice vehicle. But these vehicles were integrated, looking at around 100,000 euros approximately for them. It depends on the options and what you've got actually inside. Here, semi-integrated vans. Yeah, I'll take in this one. I didn't see this one here. This is the Profiler. It's 730 EB. It costs 77,000. It's 741 centimeters long. And what this has got, two-person van, so I'm not trying to pack anybody in. Come down to the back, single beds, washroom at the back. Get dressed here, you've got your wardrobe, you can get your, you've also got access from outside, but the problem with this is lack of external storage. Well, there's a little bit under this bed, but not a lot. Could be that you don't need external storage, maybe you don't have a bicycle or something like that. Once more, double floor. Finally, I'm going to take you to the other top ends. They've got two top end brands, but these two top end brands, there's a clear differentiation between the two. And this is Mobilvetta design from Italy. This is from 67,251. But by the time all the extras have been added on, you're probably looking around closer to 90. So these vans here have double floors. They have extremely, how should I put it, unusual, or maybe, yeah, I'm trying to think of the right word, but very, very unique design. That's probably the best way of putting it. So yeah, touch something in there. So I'll put this stuff on. I'm doing my best. Right, this thing is going to cost 65,000 euros. The design, Italian design. Lots of light coming through. Actually, comparing the two. To compare this to the Forster, for example, you know, it's only like 10,000, 15,000 more. I mean, 15,000 euros is a huge amount of cash, right? But so what you got paying over 10 years, and if you're paying for it over 10 years, then you know, 15. Well, obviously, third that you've had to pay up front, so it's like 5,000 more. And that's 1,000 extra a year. Okay, it's 80 euros a month, or 90, probably with interest added on, it's about 90 euros a month, something like that. Okay, well maybe that might make a bit of a difference to the bottom line, and therefore, and I'm also assuming you're going to get the credit.
Yeah.
Alright, so see, people are cleaning constantly, going in, and the trade fair has had almost 900,000 euros of extra cost this year from fewer people exhibiting. So, I mean, thing is, putting this event on this year. This is the first event now for 6 months since Corona times. Last event here was in February, so now it's September, and I think it was a brave decision. I understand the reason why companies didn't come here. I understand the reason why many journalists, for example, didn't come here as well, particularly from Germany. I noticed there was a number of us from other countries came, but from Germany, very few. The journalists turned up. Bird comes down. I'll have to show you that in a different video. So in this K-Yacht 85, it says here double floor. I mean, they've all got double floors, but here we can actually see it. It's got an Alcor chassis, which of course costs more money, and there's several Alcor chassis. You see the double floor in this? It's quite complicated. Oh, and that's the gas cabinet. And this is the garage. Now they've got these things sent one way, which not everybody is following. And that brings me back to the start-off place, which was here at Forster, and I wanted to show you the Forster large vans. I didn't show them all, only showed some, but there you've got an overview of the vehicles which are here. This is one hall of I think 6 which are full of motorhomes this year, and normally only half the people are here. So it's 6 or 7, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 8. 8 halls. Sorry, 9 halls. You know, I mean, people say come here for one day and you've seen everything. Oh no, that's not true. You come here and it takes ages to see everything. Anyway, so even though there's much fewer here this year, I've got enough to keep me busy all 10 days of the event. Thanks very much for watching. Okay, it was a longish film, that one, and I hope you found that interesting. All the best from Dusseldorf.